Tonight on Q2, a Montana Avenue makeover.
This is a project that has been in the hopes, in the dreams, in the making for years, literally.
City Council looking to turn a vacant property into additional housing and businesses. Plus, a terrifying reality in Texas.
There's so many people in town volunteering to be on these crews, and very qualified people. So it's absolutely amazing.
One former Montana man joining thousands of others as the state is still picking up the pieces after the devastating floods. And growing out of the gardens.
It's going to be a bittersweet day when we walk away.
This popular Billings landmark, complete with houses and chickens, is now up for sale. The MTN 10 o'clock news starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us on this Monday night. I'm Russ Riesinger. Tonight, the City Council approved not one, but two tax increment finance applications. The projects, which total $1.32 million, will enhance pedestrian safety on Montana Avenue and renovate a vacant property downtown into new housing units and new retail space. As our Isabel Spartz reports, it's all part of the city's goal to tackle two top priorities: public safety and keeping up with the demand in housing.
The Masonic building in downtown Billings has seen a lot over the years.
It's a historic building. It's got a lot of character.
And now, after 5 years of vacancy, new life is being breathed in.
This is a project that has been in the hopes, in the dreams, in the making for years, literally.
According to Mehmet Casey with the Downtown Billings Association, a developer bought the building back in January, and a $7.9 million project could turn it into a multi-use store, office, and 10-unit living space, something that's in high demand.
Nearly everything that you have in the downtown area that's residential is either claimed or has a wait list.
And it's not the only thing looking for an upgrade.
Warning lights are flashing.
On Montana Avenue, 4 new crossing beacons are looking to make the busy roads safer.
Speed bumps can be expensive, difficult to maintain, so the flashing beacons seems like a pretty cost-effective measure to slow traffic, ensure pedestrian safety.
But in order to make these things happen, the developers are looking for tax increment financing, or TIF funds, to make it happen, roughly $1.32 million. Mehmet explains how that would benefit downtown.
Things like eliminating vacancies, eliminating blight, increasing the number of bodies that live here or work here or shop here, all of that helps in increasing that livelihood and that safety perception.
Both the DVA and Chamber of Commerce are in favor, saying the added housing will help to deter crime.
Steadily since 22, when we talk to our police officers, they can show the data and the statistics that crime is down, specifically in the downtown area.
Not only does bringing housing downtown help with our housing situation, but it also helps our businesses in the downtown area by having residents there full-time.
While the timelines for the projects could still take a while, people could soon cross the streets and live downtown with a little less worry.
We're excited to see more housing development in the downtown. Hopefully this application is successful. More developers can see that this is a successful venture and hopefully put in their applications for some housing renovations downtown.
In Billings, Isabel Spartz, MTN News.
President Donald Trump announced a new deal today with European allies to provide Ukraine with more weapons to protect itself against Russia. The weapons will include Patriot missiles for Ukraine to defend itself against repeated Russian aerial bombardments. In addition to sending more weapons to Ukraine, the president is working with congressional leaders on a bipartisan bill that would impose sanctions on countries that purchase oil from Russia. Those countries, Brazil, China, and India, could face a 500% tariff on goods imported to the U.S. The president is not yet committed to signing the bill, but does threaten additional tariffs on Russia if a peace deal is not reached in 50 days. The death toll continues to rise across Texas tonight. 131 people are now dead and 166 people remain missing after this July 4th flash flooding. It's a situation that John Johnson, who now lives in Kerrville after spending years in Montana, is now witnessing firsthand. Johnson was on his way to the Treasure State as those waters came rushing. But as our David J. reports, now that he's back home, the devastation is still difficult to comprehend.
There's trees, debris. I have not seen any vehicles or anything yet. I've seen mattresses, tents. We have a concert on the river in Louise Hayes. The concert platform was on G Street, about a half mile down.
John Johnson and his wife have lived in Kerrville for 6 years. He willingly spoke with us, but wants the attention not to be on him. He emphasizes that the focus should be on the recovery and the efforts of the search crews.
There's over 2,000 first responders down here, plus local people, local fire departments, and all the different communities and stuff have been mobilized. My understanding is most of these guys have been going since the 4th, trying to help and find bodies and everything else. The community has stepped up big time.
Many have put up crosses and flowers as memorials to the people lost in the flood. And Governor Greg Abbott has also seen those memorials.
Governor Abbott did a really good job getting people down. Everybody that talked to said the state of Texas mobilized immediately. As soon as he found out, the helicopters were down here immediately.
The governor and his wife visited Kerrville with the Trumps on Friday.
The First Lady and I are here in Texas to express the love and support and the anguish of our entire nation.
Governor Abbott said, as we rebuild, we must also comfort the families of those who have suffered a loss. John Johnson has helped the Catholic Church and worked with a tree cutter in nearby Hunt and Ingram, but the roads are too jammed for him to get to Camp Mystic, which is about 19 miles from Kerrville. The search has been long and meticulous.
It's going to take months. It's going to take a long time.
Our nation, we mourn for every single life that was swept away in the flood, and we pray for the families that are left behind. It's amazing the incredible spirit from those families.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.
And remember, the Scripps News Group is still partnering to raise money for those impacted by the flooding. To donate, text flooding to 50155. The money raised goes towards relief there in Texas.
Well, just in case you didn't notice, and I bet you did, it got really warm today all across Montana. There were a couple of exceptions, but check out these readings into the 80s, 90s, but 64 for the warmest reading today in Cut Bank, 101 by contrast for you in Miles City earlier into the afternoon. So while the heat has been on, we're seeing the cooler temperatures move in. This is our webcam that's over on Bozeman Pass, looking out towards Livingston. Stockman Bank weather cam picking up plenty of thunder and lightning. We were watching some lightning flashes around the Billings area in the last short while as well. For Billings, 98, the warmest reading today, 10 degrees shy of the record, but the wind's increasing as the cold front moves in.
Sharpen those pencils, but watch your wallet. Back to school basics now average nearly $600 per child. That's up 24% since 2021. And with 40% of Billings students relying on free or reduced lunch and hundreds being unhoused, the United Way of Yellowstone County's annual collection drive is now more important than ever. Operation School Supply is now underway with the United Way headquarters on Overland Avenue and any Mattress King store collecting supplies through August 13th. The nonprofit says it's also important to stick to name brands if possible and not just budget materials.
Really want to take away that stigma of, for the children that they feel when they are coming from a family that has those needs, and we don't want them to feel singled out.
Last year, more than 1,400 kids were registered for the backpack distribution. The backpacks and supplies can be picked up by students and families on August 19th and 20th between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Montana has been awarded a $4 million grant to launch a registered teacher apprenticeship program. That program will be the first of its kind in the state. The grant comes from the U.S. Department of Labor, and the state will use the money to implement a 4-year Earn While You Learn apprenticeship program for kindergarten through 12th grade educators. Initially, the program will support 40 Montana districts, including a dozen in rural and tribal communities. Upon successful completion of the program, apprentices will become licensed K-12 educators in Montana. Have you ever dreamed of owning your own botanical gardens? Well, if you have, now's your chance right here in our own backyard. Dan Walt Botanical Gardens is now on the market for the price of $2.1 million. And best of all, that sale not only includes the 3 houses on the property, but their beloved chickens as well. Anna Pettiferri has more on this chance to buy a Billings landmark.
Peace and serenity. Those are the sounds of the Dan Walt Botanical Gardens.
It's really gratifying to come out in the morning and walk through the garden.
For 8 years, owners Clint and Suri Lundy called this place home.
We wanted to build the place up basically build up the garden, renovate the pavilion, and kind of take the gardens to a next level.
And spending their days outside.
We spend 8 hours a day out here maintaining the property.
Now, taking their final moments at the garden.
I'm 62, and we're thinking it's about time to retire.
Excited for their new journey.
It's going to be a bittersweet day when we walk away.
This property was listed for sale since the beginning of May.
For $2.1 million, this property comes with the Botanical Garden, 3 home estates, and my friend, Gregory Peck.
You have to consider the value of the land, the buildings that are on the property.
Real estate agent Andrew Miller helping the Lundys find the right buyer.
I would love to find somebody that can then keep on the tradition of what Dan and Walt started years ago.
Andrew says it's difficult to put a price on a property like this one.
It's a tough property to value because it's fairly unique.
In line with all that comes with it.
There's a business value as well.
But hopeful they will find the new owners.
We've done quite a few showings and have quite a few people interested in looking at it.
We do want someone that'll maintain the integrity of this garden.
To continue the legacy.
It's an awesome opportunity for somebody to take over kind of a legacy here in the Billings area and make it their own.
In Billings, Hannah Pettiferry, MTN News.